Yeah, you gotta settle back in, you know, back home.
I turned out the way.
Alright, I got the stream is running. When you're ready, you're off right now. Okay. Gotcha. Now I gotta run down there. I gotta go over rosters with that guy. So I just have him filming warm-ups right now. So. Okay.
Yeah, I missed this game.
Yeah, they beat them. 6-2. And they waited for it.
I know.
That was terrible. Yeah. Nope, they should have lost that. That was a joke.
Now, what happened to Sunday night? Are they playing Quinnipiac?
Yeah. Fairfield backed out.
Scheduling thing.
Yeah, they got Quinnipiac.
That's going to be here. Yeah, I can't make that. Joey, I got the Joey Hackensack, the ice house. It's at 5:30.
Okay.
That's the Joey here.
Yeah, that's tough going. Yeah. By like 5:30 afternoon, yeah.
Oh, no. This is at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's good. Just go. Yeah. No, not at all. No, I'm sure you're fine.
Am I?
Yeah. I'm really just warming up I'm just getting my throat and my jaw loose right now. That's what I'm doing.
Now, have you been, since I last saw you, you've been doing announcing, are you doing other sports or anything?
I do Division I volleyball for LIU and UConn. And then I also do Division I ice hockey for LIU and UConn as well. Yeah. So like in September, I was doing volleyball for LIU and UConn, so that's kept me busy until hockey started. I go back to UConn a couple times in November, in December for volleyball and hockey. You know? Yeah, but this month I'm just on the island. This month I got you guys and LIU. Like today I got us. Tomorrow I got LIU come over here against Penn State. Sunday I'm back with Farmingdale. And then November I'll be here, I'll be in Connecticut, I'll be back and forth.
Now, work yourself or somebody, I mean, how does the paycheck?
Paycheck comes in through like through Farmingdale pays me, the AAU, they pay me for when I do the podcast, LIU pays me, and UConn pays me. So I kind of like have a freelance, I sort of got my own work, so like wherever I find a business, I'm pay me. Like this summer, I reached out to a bunch of like hockey programs. UConn is the one that I want to landing with. So then I reached out to them, I now work for them, they pay me. So I have Farmingdale, AAU, LIU, I have 4 different programs that I work
But you're still basically your own boss.
yeah. Until one day, like, I want to try to get what, like, you have the Big Ten network, you have the Hockey East network.
Right.
Those are hockey conferences that have their own networks. That's what I want to try to get to. Like, UConn plays in the Hockey East. I want to work for the Hockey East so I can call all the games in the Hockey East. So I would be an employee for the Hockey East, you know? And then one day, you know, after that,
MSG.
yeah, well, that's the goal. Get to the
I hear you, and I listen to you, and I get my friend got to hear this guy. I know he belongs to MSG.
One day, you know, Sam Rosen's getting old. Hopefully the timing lines up.
Yeah.
He retires, and I'm right there. Maybe one day, you know.
Make sure you let me know. I want to listen.
Oh, don't. If the day ever comes, no, I'll say when the day comes, when that break happens, I will be sure to come back to everyone I met throughout the process. Say hello, say thank you, you know, to the people meet people like you. It's fucking awesome, you know?
Yeah, no, that's great.
You know?
It's exciting.
You know, you know, I meet the family now, like family members from Farmingdale, LIU. I've gotten to know them in the past 2 years. You know, it's really cool. They listen, it's crazy. It's like they'll come to me, I'll call the game. I'm not thinking about like this person's listening to me or that person's hearing me. Then they'll come to me like 2 weeks later and be like, yeah, I remember when you said this during the game. Like, I don't remember shit from 2 weeks ago. But they're telling me things I said 2 weeks ago. I'm like, that's awesome.
I'm trying to remember we had together.
Exactly, yeah. Like, I remember you said this about my son. I'm like, I don't remember, but that's also
Have
like,
you ever had somebody say something like that? Like, he's a fan, people at the end?
I haven't had like parents say something like disrespectful like me or something. I had the same comment. My first year going to this school 2 years ago, they were upset with me because during I do a podcast where I reveal they were upset I didn't give them enough attention. And they were mad at me. And they're like, yeah, you were disrespecting us because we weren't going to win. I'm like, guys, I don't even remember this. So,
But now you heard that. You look at your program, you know how you make right.
I keep it back my dog.
Okay, I'm saying you make every time a learning experience.
And whether it's like a situation like that, or it's like a team, it's like being talked about, or it's like you, or any other parent that's coming up to me, I always think like, all right, this parent's watching their kid, you know, give everyone their moment. I'm doing something to the guard.
You know, people used to spray honey and water on a sandwich like a can.
I'll take something, yeah.
It's a lot of this in your pocket.
No, I'll just take it. Keep doing it. I'm sure. Cool. Perfect. Thank you, John.
Up here.
I'll be right here. You stay right there. Right. Yep. I'm gonna run down to the middle box real quick. Go over the block. Right. Thank you.
The guy that runs the yeah, fucking A. Got everything right in order. Exactly. tell Jordan you're on. Put that on, Jordan's mic comes up, put your headphones on, when Jordan goes on, and then as Jordan's speaking, you're not getting red, just bring it down. Just look at it. And we're already live. We're already live. Right there. That's what you like. 30. Right back.
I should have keyed, but I couldn't. So I gotta hold it.
Where they are right now. Now, do you need to sit down while you work?
Absolutely not. No, I'm standing the whole game. Volleyball, I sit down. So game, hockey, I'm always on. Hockey, I'm always on.
You need a moment break.
Not at all. No, not at all. Like we don't do commercial breaks here, but LIU, you probably go to commercials. You come to a 30 period like the NHL. I still don't sit down. I move around. Yeah. I'll always
like a garbage can game. Come on, classic too. No, BBC pipe in the front.
Yeah, in the funnel. No, I hold it. I go during intermissions. Like for LIU, after the period ends, I still have to stand there because within 3 minutes, I got the intermission report. After that, I'll run down to the second half.
You guys can like take it down.
While in the bathroom.
Believe me, that's how I get most of my work done.
I'll go live after the anthem. I'll start up after the anthem. But you got.
Let me know
On mute, gotcha. Yeah, we have to keep it rolling, I guess, yeah, for the intros and whatnot.
Remember, script it on paper if you need anything. And I'll whatever you need.
Don't worry. Thank you, Johnny. You're good.
Hey, do you want one of these?
Yeah, you threw me one during Nationals last year, I remember. No, but I got
I
some
can go
water.
to the car and get you.
Yeah, thank you, though. Triano, Stoneman, Faraday, Cetera, Declan Gannon, and AJ Shower.
to the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. You're watching live on the LI Sports Network for the Farmingdale State College Rams home opener as they're set to take on the Marist College Red Foxes. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jordan DeLuciano. I'll be on the call for, like I said, Farmingdale State College's home opener as they look to kick up their 2023-2024 campaign. Before we get into some Farmingdale State College, let's take a look at the visiting team, the Marist College Red Foxes. Now, Marist College, 1-2 overall on the year. They are representing the ACHA Division II. So you have Farmingdale representing AAU College Hockey Division I, and Marist College will be an out-of-conference game tonight as Marist is coming from ACHA Division II as they're represented in the SECHL, the Super East Collegiate Hockey League Conference in the ACHA Division II ranks. Centers line up. It'll be James Hickman from Marist, John McCann, the newly appointed captain of Farmingdale State College as we're underway for the Rams home opener. Now, these two teams met a couple weeks ago. It was Farmingdale's first game of the season. It was Farmingdale on the road knocking off Marist 6-2 as we get an icing early on. Marist went down 3-2 in that first meeting between these two games, and Farmingdale wound up rattling off 3 straight, 2 of them coming in the third period to really put the dagger in the coffin, as, like I mentioned, Farmingdale went off to a 6-2 win. Marist this year has a 5-2 win against St. Thomas Aquinas, and then followed up with a 6-3 loss against Siena College, in which they were down 3-1, tied it up 3-3, and ended up allowing 3 straight goals. So a similar theme to the Farmingdale game for Marist. Marist College, number 19, to keep an eye out for their leading scorer, Sean Bruno out of Voorheesville, New York. Has points in all their games this year. 3 goals, no assists, 3 points. Turnover in their own end by Farmingdale, almost scooped up and put away by Jack Casey. Pass out in front, fanned on it by Christian Wild. And back the other way, could be with numbers for Farmingdale. On the backhand pass in front, could not find Ciani. That was Michael Laricchio. So 2 new names to this Farmingdale forward group as they say goodbye to graduating captain from last year, Greg Hendrickson. And it'll be Jacob Kravitz from the point on goal, blocker to side, and Ciani couldn't get there. Laricchio trying to dance in the high slot. As it's knocked away, Marist will pick up with Wild, and Wild will dump it in as the team in red and white will go for a change. Turnover in their own end again by Farmingdale, a little sloppy early on. Picked up and fired off the bar, back out rebound, and it's gloved away by DeCanio. Marist thought they had one there, but the ref waved no go as that one hit the crossbar. So back-to-back times the Rams sloppy in their own end. Both of them almost result in goals, and the second one almost went top shelf and in. So it bounced right in front. And yep, he put his hands up as Tyler Stoneman thought he had the game's first goal. Farmingdale is their 3rd game of the year. As I mentioned before, their first game was the 6-2 win against this Marist Red Fox team. And last weekend, Farmingdale was upset against Fordham. Fordham, another team within the AAU College Hockey Division I, as Fordham knocked off Farmingdale 4-3 in overtime. A week after Farmingdale's Division II team beat Fordham. So, a little bit of parity here. You never know what's going to happen. Elliot Berg on the near side boards. He'll leave it for Butchick. And that one will go to the bench. Starting goaltender tonight for Farmingdale, as I mentioned, will be Joseph DeCanio. for the Rams, and he'll be going up against number 36, AJ Schauder. It was Anthony Russo who got the nod for the first game against Farmingdale for Marist and every game after that, but they give Russo the day off, and it'll be Schauder in goal for the Red Foxes. Be back the other way, Sean Bruno. Couldn't slow it down. Nice move off the wall. And out come the Rams the other way with Minio. Minio has Duffy with him, finds him. Duffy walks in, fires, and it's gloved away by Schauder. So Schauder's first test of the night winds up with a nice glove save on Duffy. Duffy had the 6th goal for Farmingdale in their 6-2 win against Marist in their first meeting. Farmingdale that game had no power plays, but they did kill off 4 out of 5 power plays for the Red Foxes. As Rotan will steer it around the boards, going to chase will be Cornell. Cornell trying to barrel through there, started from behind his own net, and the puck will go right back to where it started. Around the boards it goes. Dylan Smith knocked the man down, and we get a whistle. I believe I think there's a Marist player down on that hit, as Sean Bruno had his helmet knocked off, so whistle will blow immediately, as Bruno was the one on the receiving end of that hit by Hughes. Yeah, that's the aftermath of it, as he was slow to get up. So he skates off on his own power. Helmet came off, like I said, so the play was dead. So all for now looks good with the Marist College leading scorers. DeCanio has to come out to stoop that around the boards. Cetera was the one that's picked it up on the far side. Nice bounce for Farmingdale. Back the other way. It's Dylan Smith. Backhand pass fanned on it. Good recovery by Raymond Corneau in his own end. Boom. Finds Kravitz. Kravitz walks in, fires, and it's stopped by Schauder. So after a little bit of sloppy play for Farmingdale in their own end, net early on, they've now spent some time in the offensive zone. Both these teams 1-1 on the year. Marist is 1-2 overall, but just 1-1 within the ACHAs. That one got through. It's McCann, and he can't put it home. Kravitz will fire, sticked away by Schauder. As it was Matthew Hawkins on the goal line, his 5-hole shot got through, hit the post, and found its way to the other side to McCann. He just could not get it into the open net. Faraday will chip it up the boards and right into the bench off the stick of Stoneman and into the bench. Captain John McCann, first-year captain. He was the assistant last year. Senior out of Smithtown, New York, so one of the many locals on Farmingdale State College. As McCann will line up with Berg. McCann wins it. Back to the point it goes. Signoretti behind the cage. Signoretti going and having to play it on the backhand was Riley McGregor. And now pushing on a counter is Marist, as that one's knocked down with the stick by Jesse Burns. Jesse Burns, one of the new faces on the back end for Farmingdale. 5'10", 180 out of East Islip, New York, as that one's bouncing right in front of Schauder, picked up by McCann. McCann will peel off, try to work his way to the front. McCann will go to McGregor at the point. McGregor walks, fires, gloved away behind the cage, and Hawkins from a tough angle hit the back of the net. Not the right back of the net that you want to get to, just the back of the net. As Signoretti goes to McCann. Good shift here by the Farmingdale top line. As Marist will just get that over the line, and back the other way they come with Elliott Berg, but they'll dump it in, and a couple red jerseys will go for a change. Laricchio for Farmingdale, fresh off the bench, wins the battle down low, can't get the shot on goal. He had Ciani flying in, but he elected to go to the net. And there's a big hit, but it looks like there was an illegal knee-to-knee contact there by Farmingdale. So at the last second, Christian Wild was able to get out of the way for Marist, and it'll be a penalty against Farmingdale. So here's the play down low. This was all Laricchio in the corner. Just could not get that shot on goal, as you see Ciani there flying in from the bench. And then here comes the penalty. You have a little scrum on the boards. And right there, that knee-on-knee contact, you'll sit for 2. So Farmingdale, just like the first meeting between these two teams, Farmingdale will go back to the penalty kill as Laricchio will sit for 2. And that one immediately comes out of the zone. Canio has to kick that one aside as that one was shot from out of the zone. Farmingdale will get another clear. In 2 of the 3 Marist games this year, the one exception being the Farmingdale game, they took, so in the game against Siena College, in which they lost 6-3, and the one they beat St. Thomas Aquinas 5-2. In both of those, they took 7 penalties in each of those games. So penalties have been an issue for Marist, the one game being the exception, the Farmingdale game, as Farmingdale was the one to take all the penalties in their matchup. As a turnover, can Farmingdale push it the other way shorthanded? All by himself now will be Brandon Hughes. Hughes fires, and he scores! It's Brandon Hughes, shorthanded. Farmingdale strikes first, it's 1-0. As the 3 other Rams were changing, Brandon Hughes was one against the world, banks it off the far side post, and gets the Rams up front. And if you're Marist there, you got to recognize that you have 3 Farmingdale players going to the bench. You're on the power play to begin with. You have to be more aggressive to that lone puck carrier. You had 2 defensemen back. You had back checkers. So you cannot allow that one man in Brandon Hughes to get space and get skating room to get a shot on goal. As Brandon Hughes will now pick up his first goal with Farmingdale, coming in his 3rd game, and his first point with Farmingdale. Farmingdale now working it in the offensive zone. Marist still on the power play for another 25 seconds. And you saw Dylan Smith throw a big body down low. It'll be Kehoe now for Marist. Marist throwing on goal, rebound, kicks out by DeCanio. Steered away to the blue line, kept in by Faraday. Faraday goes down low. Kehoe thrown on goal, wraps around the boards. But it'll be eaten up by Butchick. Butchick fires, and it's smothered by DeCanio as we are back to 5-on-5. It took a long time. It took to the dying seconds of the man advantage, but Marist finally able to get some offensive zone time. But a little bit of a too slow and methodical led to a push the other way, and Farmingdale striking first, shorthanded. Now Farmingdale pushing the other way. Minio with speed's got a man with him. Minio fires as it's disrupted, knocked away. Minio crashes into the end board, slow to get up. John Heaney now all by himself. That one hits the end boards as well. It'll be scooped up now in the corner. Heaney again will battle behind the net with Jesse Burns. Burns off the boards. I think we got too many men on the ice here for Farmingdale. I think the Rams are going to go back to the penalty kill. I think they're signaling too many men on the ice. That's exactly the call. So Ethan Bohm will serve the penalty. So back-to-back power plays for Marist. And on their end, you're hoping it goes a lot better than the first one. First one, you didn't spend nearly enough time in the O-zone, and you wound up one going in your own net. Another key draw won by Farmingdale. Cleared out of the zone, but it hit a glove on the Farmingdale bench, so we'll do it again. We'll do it again. This Marist team last year was 9-15 on the year. Like I mentioned before, overall they are 1-2, but within the ACHA they are 1-1 because that one game was out of conference, which is against Farmingdale. Thrown on goal, that one hit a body in front, so DeCanio didn't have to do much. As it will go to the point, it'll be Jack Barone. Barone. Hoang now. Go back to Barone, center point, fires, sticked away by the blocking McCann. Russo behind the cage. Hoang. Barone. They play catch. Hoang goes back towards Barone, throws it on goal, off a body into the glove of DeCanio. And that was friendly fire by Farmingdale as it hit the side of Rotan. So just over 30 seconds into this man advantage, the second one of the period for Marist, and already a much better showing as they're working the puck in the offensive zone. Still struggling to win the faceoffs though, but they get a little benefit of a swing and miss there. And Murray will get the clear. Kehoe hounded by McCann, but steps aside him. And he'll game the offensive zone. Kehoe patiently links up with a man down low, and Stoneman walks out, fires, pad save to Canio, picked up by Hawkins, and he'll send it all the way down. That one's meeting up at the boards. Nice play by Hickman to get off of it, and a one-timing shot is stopped by DeCanio a little bit after the fact here, behind the net. We got Tyler Stoneman down low. There was a nice move by Hickman here. Looked like he was dead to rights, danced around one man and found a one-timing shot on the far side, but DeCanio was up to the challenge. So Farmingdale 18 seconds away from killing it off, but right now we're going to play a little 4-on-4 as Stoneman will go to the box for his after the whistle pushing and shoving. So it'll be 4-on-4 for now, 15 seconds, and then Farmingdale will have a power play. It'll be a slash. So the pushing and shoving was fine, but then once Stoneman threw the stick out, and with the slash, that was one too many. So it'll be a minute and 40 seconds. Farmingdale power play will begin. As Duffy got in the way of that pass out of the zone, he'll pick it up and go back to Sipos. And Duffy again. Duffy trying to power his way down low. That's exactly how he scored in the first meeting between Farmingdale and Marist. As Loricchio scoops up, intercepted. This could be a breakaway, and it will be. Jack Barone all alone, and it's stopped by DeCanio. The captain Barone was all by himself and almost matched the shorthanded goal from before, but not to be. O'Donnell trying to dance around the blue line. Probably would have been better off just chipping it around, and Farmingdale has iced it while on the power play. So just like Marist, first power play, Farmingdale's, is not looking as smooth right now. There's that breakaway chance. It was a foot race, and Barone was shot out of a cannon. I think he tried to go 5-0 here, or maybe under the blocker, but DeCanio closed it up just like he does now, and we'll have another face-off. Farmingdale with 50 seconds left on the man advantage. They win another defensive zone faceoff, so they have been strong at the dot so far. It'll be McCann. Goes back towards Hawkins. Hawkins with a nice move. Finds some space, and he just missed on the blocker side. Marist caught sleeping there as Hawkins made a nice move in the neutral zone to find a wide open path and just missed the blocker of Schauder. It'll be Brennan now. Under 10 left on the man advantage. Farmingdale finally able to set it up. 5 left. Brennan walks, fires, deflected, rebound loose, and push behind the net. That will do it for 5-on-4. 5-on-5 we go, but Brennan eats it up. Brennan down low, one timing bow, miss wide, did not get all of it. Signoretti trying to wrap it around, he'll get it right back. Signoretti, McCann at the blue line covering. Farmingdale has 4 forwards out right now. Still out there from the power play. Back the other way, it's Marist with James Hickman. Hickman looks, fires, stick to side by DeCanio. McCann's been out there a long time. Nice move to get around one. Trying to keep it in front of him, he does. McCann, nice play here, and they'll go off sides. So 7:08 left in the opening period here on the island. It's Farmingdale up 1-0 against Marist. Thanks for the shorthanded goal and the first goal in his Farmingdale career by Brandon Hughes. The freshman out of West Hempstead, New York. As that one stopped, rebound, pushed behind the cage as, look who was there, the man Hughes himself, looking for a second. Aaron pass there by Marist. Now it's a foot race for the puck. Trying to get there as McCormick. As a big collision down low. McCormick went down as well as O'Donnell. O'Donnell still flying himself. Excuse me, that was Dylan Smith. And he's the reason why this puck's still in the zone. Nice move by Kehoe behind his net, but Farmingdale right now relentless on the forecheck. Marist struggling to get out. It's McCormick again, the man who started this. Long flip over the head. Risky play in the favor of Marist. It's Matriano now. Down low, pass in front. And not being able to get a stick on it was McCormick. As Farmingdale has iced it. It was Farmingdale at the blue line as Jesse Burns went for the home run catch there. Wound up going over his glove, and John Matriano had a eyesight full of open ice back the other way as they almost tied the game. Bouncing right in front of DeCanio. So Farmingdale is doing a very good job of winning the faceoffs in their own zone, but there are times they're winning the D-zone draws, and Marist is on that puck despite winning the draw. Nice move on the boards to get around a man by Cetera as he fired it wide. Mentioned before, Marist coming out of that Super East Collegiate Hockey League. That conference is being led right now by the first place Army West Point. That Army West Point came to the island last year to play Farmingdale. Army wound up winning that game 4-2. So it's the second time in as many years at Farmingdale will play against this conference, as the pass in front just missed the man. Sipos now. Around the boards it goes. It'll be picked up by Loricchio. O'Donnell now walks out, pass in front behind Ciani. Picked up Kravitz as it's deflected wide. O'Donnell now finding Ciani, and again he couldn't get the stick on it. Good pressure by the Rams. Kravitz shot deflected, banks around, trying to stuff it on the far side, and behind it goes. And we're going to get a whistle here. I don't think there's a penalty on the play. As Loricchio is slashing after the whistle, Loricchio's going to go here. So not sure what the initial whistle was. It's either a hand pass or a high stick on the puck. But then after the play ended, Ulricchio got a little too carried away. So Farmingdale, for the third time this period, will send a man to the box. And you can see early on the refs are not having, it's the second time there's been a post-whistle slashing penalty. Farmingdale wins it again in their own zone, but the theme stays the same. They are winning the D-zone draws, but Marist is right there to scoop it up. Wild fires one, deflected pad save by DeCanio. Hoang, cross ice, now back center point, Wild. Wild fires, blocked down and cleared by Immel. And now it's a foot race. Dylan Smith will be first one on it. As he overskates the puck there, as Hoang will take some time and exit his zone. You got Jason Brennan, number 79. They call him the tree, and for good reason. Towers over everyone in front of him. Now Kravitz trying to pin a man on the boards, and that one knocked down, but not able to keep in. There's a high stick on Marist, but it won't matter as Farmingdale touches up. And that shot by Smith goes wide. Almost 3 minutes left in this opening period. The only tally on the board is Brandon Hughes' short-handed goal. Butchik coming from the bench to the blue line, now behind the net, will do it himself. Butchik goes to the point. Kehoe finds a man on the far side boards. It's Faraday. Faraday goes cross crease, can't link up with a man. As that one goes all the way out of the zone. There's two Faradays on this Marist team. You got number 22, Nolan Faraday, and the one who just took that shot, and Kyle Faraday. Kehoe will slow it down. 5 left in the man advantage. Pass in front as it was chopped all the way across, and 5-on-5 we go. Signoretti, cross ice, links up with Matthew Hawkins. Hawkins has McCann with him, finds him. McCann on goal, and it looked like it hit the glove of Schauder and went around the boards. McGregor now will go over the mask of Schauder. Sippos keeps in. Sippos. Glove down Signoretti. McGregor now. Sippos, one-timer, shanks it. But right there is Signoretti, goes behind the cage. Hawkins couldn't slow that one down as two bodies collide on the near side. Hickman avoids a hip check. Hickman avoids the hip check. But still Farmingdale in the offensive zone with just under 2 left in the first. McCann trying to power his way behind the net. Finds McGregor. McGregor walks, bluffs, fires, deflected over the body, and it goes in! Luciano Signoretti tips it over the body of Schauder, and it's 2-0 Farmingdale. The poise at the blue line by Riley McGregor. Bluffs a shot, takes a shot, and it winds up crossing the goal line. Signoretti now with his team leading 4th of the year, and Riley McGregor will pick up his first collegiate point here at Farmingdale. An assist in his 3rd game. Farmingdale in their last game, it was that 4-3 overtime upset loss to Fordham. They jumped out to a 1-0 lead 10 seconds in immediately and then kind of took their foot off the gas. They're trying not to replicate that formula as that mindset as that puck goes out of play. Heads up. As when they took their foot off the gas going up 1-0 against Fordham, wind up backfiring. They lose that game in overtime. They take the lead early 1-0 against Marist. And instead of sitting back, they spend some time in the offensive zone and go up 2. Face-off one, Minio, and it's gloved away by Schauder. UX's Farmingdale State team, who do you think has the best shot of the team? And you're going to see a lot of answers. Number 24 right there. He joined the team in the second half last year. Now we'll have a full season ahead of him. Number 24 out of Staten Island, Joseph Minio. They win it again at the dot. Farmingdale very good so far at the face-off circle. Murray towards the net, sticked into the glass. Duffy has to fight it off the back of the net. Pass in front, goes right to Michael Russo. And out comes Marist with 35 left in the period. Russo still battling down low, trying to keep it down low longer. That one goes all the way down, icing arm up, and icing will be the call. So Marist, in 2 of their 3 games this year, both of them the losses, started off behind the 8 ball on them, going down by multiple goals, letting up the first goal. So we'll see how they respond, see if they can break that spell of coming out on the bad end of games without scoring first, as they almost got one there. And a more shoving as you have Immel down there. And a huge scrum now. You got Rotan for Farmingdale, you got a helmet on the ice. Bodies all over the place. The refs are getting involved. There's another scrum going on right now. Jack Casey down there for Fairfield. As Immel is pushing off the I think that's Immel. That's going to wind up with a game misconduct if you're pushing the ref. So right now the one without the helmet is James Hickman for Marist. Looks like he's going to go. Immel's definitely going to go. Immel, don't be shocked he's done for the night. So you see Immel right now, they're being escorted off the ice just because there's 12 seconds left in the period, so that's why they're being sent to the locker room. That's not an indication of them being done for the game. It's just because there's 12 seconds left in the period, there's no reason to send them to the penalty box. So now we get to sort out everything. Farmingdale State College game, you know, this is what you get at times with the Rams. Things were getting chippy, you know. You saw Marist take a penalty in the offensive zone after a whistle with the slash. You saw Michael Laricchio for Farmingdale replicate the same thing after the whistle in the offensive zone. Laricchio slashed a Red Fox. And then 12.6 left in the opening period, and we get a brawl in front of DeCanio. As we still try to sort things out now, the recent goal scorer, Luciano Signoretti, out of Smithtown, New York, was with the Division III Farmingdale team in AAU. So last year in AAU college hockey, there was Division II and III, and Farmingdale had the Division II and III teams, and Signoretti was with that D3 team. So big jump for him, and he's making the most of his opportunities. He got his 4th goal this game, so 4 goals, 1 assist for Signoretti. I'm seeing Barone in the box. I see a captain. That might not be Barone, though. It might be one of the other captains in the box right now for Marist. I'm seeing Jack Casey. Yeah, so that's Jack Casey in the box right now for Marist. James Hickman is in the locker room right now. Eric Immel for Farmingdale is in the locker room as well. Let's see if Farmingdale winds up with a guy in the box. Hickman was the one that wound up with no helmet on, and Casey was the one that was the second scrum with Eric Immel, where Immel wound up pushing the ref afterwards. And if you're Marist right now, Farmingdale likes to play this game. They like to get under your skin. They like that little push when no one's looking. So Marist, you're down 2 right now. The second time you're playing this out-of-conference team. or should I say out of league, 2 different leagues. You got AAU for Farmingdale and ACHA for Marist. Right now, the only penalty on the clock is going to be Marist. It's going to be Jack Casey. So it's a 5-on-4 for Farmingdale. Farmingdale trying to strike again. Turnaround shot by Signoretti. Disrupted. All the way down it goes. And that will do it for the opening period. So Immel in the locker room. Hickman in the locker room. And the only one sitting for 2 minutes when we come back for the second period will be Jack Casey. And Farmingdale will take a power play into the next frame for 1:48. So once again, your goal scorers. It was Brandon Hughes shorthanded to make it 1-0, and then Luciano Signoretti on the deflection by the Riley McGregor shot. And that's where we stand right now. Farmingdale looking to go to 2-1 on the year. Marist looking to go to 2-2 overall and make it 500. 2 more periods to play. I'm going to step out. My name is Jordan DeLuciano. You're watching live on the LI Sports Network. We'll be right back for second period puck drop.
Trying to go 4 to like, who the hell is it? No, it's picking up whatever goes in there. Yeah, you know, it's gotta be back here. You know, the camera mic, I think. Yeah. This thing doesn't like that sound. This thing right here and the see you. Will you play tomorrow? All right, nice. That's really nice, man. How's the team working? Good. Guys? Yeah. Yeah, last year they were like solid, but they weren't as good as they should be. Yep, is Dempsey still on the team? I don't know. No. Graduated him and Slavin, I think. Yeah. Joe Slavin, yeah. Because I called their games 2 years ago, so I got to know them. I ran into them out one night, and they told me that, like, shit kind of fell apart. Yeah, like off the ice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's a good player, right? Okay. Second best player, second player. I heard that kid was like, you guys say it. He's going to head chase everywhere he's going. Yeah, this series is pretty good. Okay. Have you seen him with the team? Yeah, I got kid. Yeah. But he's back with the team? He's very good, yeah. I played a kid with Farmingdale. His name was Mike Tardino. He was kid who played NCAA team, you know, but he's filthy. Yeah, you saw Kazakov today? Yeah. He's very good. We got McDermott on the back end. He's not there, but he's solid. He's good. All right, it's awesome. That's why I had there's a lot of decent bottles still there. Graduated, the assistant captain, you guys name. Oh, that is nuts. I had it. Those are 3 I remember. Pepe, okay. You got Pepe here, right? Mancini. Dennison. That's what they call it. Kid graduate. That defense. Yeah, you got home last year, like that. That like the wife's line here. Sorry, I don't. Yeah, always a hot light. You know, always gotta be aware of the hot light. Always gotta be aware of the hot light. Whether you're like, go right, you're here, there, or there. That's funny hot light.
Like I'm sitting there, it's like, don't do it. I'm like, no, like
You know, I would never yell at like the producer, like the person. Right? The producing side, I can only give you so much because this stuff I don't really know. But like with your color, I can definitely give you advice on color. Yeah, just like color, just knowing when to chime in, knowing how long to chime in, you know.
yeah, I was like, I did color one day, but like after that, I started like, I was sitting like that, like, yo, like, color, get like this is guys, like, color, like, what's the color guy? Got that, I like to try to plays off, line up the player, snap the football, coming up, play by play,
A good play-by-play guy don't need you in sometimes. Like if I was working with you, I would be like, let's say the short-handed goal, you'd be like, oh yeah, Farmingdale ran into this all by himself in Marist, caught sleeping all on the power play. That leads you into going, yeah, both the defenders backed off for the play instead of being aggressive, I let you into, you know? If you're a good play-by-play guy, they'll lead you into it. Yeah, like long hockey season and into pretty much try to get to baseball until the spring. So like from beginning of September all the way to like end of April is hockey, and then I'm trying to preoccupy my summers with baseball. When I do this, I got Farmingdale. We're still alive, but we're pretty much sound like fans. Yeah, so I do this. I play hockey. The level is like.
see. Let me know when you're ready.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. Just about puck drop underway here in the second. Farmingdale State College up 2-0 over Marist College. The second of two meetings between these two teams. They met a couple of weeks ago. Farmingdale took that 6-2. Up 2-0 thanks to a shorthanded goal by Brandon Hughes. And then a deflection goal by Luciano Signoretti. For his fourth of the year, it was a point shot by Riley McGregor that got through, and it just rainbowed over the shoulder of goaltender A.J. Schauder as the Rams will start this period on the power play. A minute 15 on the man advantage after that scrum that happened in front of the Farmingdale net with it was 12.6 seconds left in the first. As Eric Immel was sent off, as well as James Hickman. And right now, Jack Casey is in the box for Marist. Farmingdale looks to go to work with just under a minute left on the power play. Pass back door, can't go back in front with Signoretti, but it gets it right back. Hawkins to Brennan. Brennan looks on goal. He'll take the shot. Knocked down by Signoretti. And Marist will clear. Minio can't slow that down, so a open skating lane for Butchik to throw it back down towards the Canio as we trickle under 20 seconds left in the man advantage. O'Donnell banks off the boards to Duffy. Both of those men had goals in the first game against Marist. So a good kill, and successfully so by Marist to kick off the period. So Hickman is in the box. He still has to wait for a whistle to exit, as is Eric Immel, so neither got ejections. Faraday will pinch up from the blue line, trying to keep it in. He'll come near side now. Jack Casey, fresh out of the box. Puck comes and finds him again. Casey trying to cycle down low, chopped away, and kept in by Marist. Thrown on goal, and seeing it at the last second was DeCanio as he swipes it aside. Rotan will exit. Rotan will enter. He'll peel off. Find him go look down low to Minio. It got disrupted. A fanning pass by Marist. Another man spilling for Marist, so a little bit of sloppiness in their own end. And countering now will be Farmingdale. Rotan leaves for O'Donnell. O'Donnell backdoor, can't find Duffy. Declan Gannon now. Gannon will drop it. Picked up, thrown towards the net and wide by Matriano. Bohm trying to lunge for it. Almost went off sides. Puck stayed in front of him. Back the other way, Matriano. Matriano finds a man in the high slot and Gannon. Matriano goes back down low. As that one shot back out to the point. Faraday. Around the boards it goes. Declan Gannon will let it go by. As this line for Marist doing a good job in the offensive zone, but as I speak of it, Farmingdale the other way. It's Bohm, backhand pass in front, and they score! It's Dylan Smith from the feet of Ethan Bohm, and it's 3-0 Farmingdale. Despite the offensive zone time by Marist, it's a 2-on-1 the other way with the counterattack. As Bohm on the backhand feed finds Smith, and the puck finds the back of the net. So just like Brandon Hughes saved the puck, saved the date, saved the score, it will be Dylan Smith's first collegiate goal. The freshman out of Holbrook, New York. A strong start to the first period by Marist, killing off the penalty as that one shot into the Farmingdale bench. Killing off the opening period penalty. And in that line, I was mentioning Declan Gannon and John Matriano a lot during that shift, and it wound up going the other way. I was talking to Ethan Bohm actually before the game. I was at Bohm, not on the stat sheet right now. He was a top 5 point scorer last year for Farmingdale, but now into his 3rd game of the year. It was only 2 games for Bohm, but didn't find the stat sheet. He's like, I got to get on the stat sheet. Either it's a goal or an assist. I got to find some way to get on, and he does just that with the assist to Dylan Smith's first collegiate goal. Hawkins off the draw fires, and getting a stick in there was Butchik. Signoretti walks out in front and under the blade of Hawkins. Hawkins on the back check disrupts the breakout for Marist as Elliott Berg had to regroup, and now it's stuck in the Marist zone and flipped out the center. It'll be Riley McGregor. McCann trying to power his way behind the net as this top line for Farmingdale goes to work. McGregor and Signoretti have miscommunication, but it works out. Signoretti can't go to the front as Marist will clear it out, but not much further than red as Farmingdale will regroup. So 2 fresh bodies from Marist hop on as 3 are stranded. Signoretti walks in, tries the drag, helped out by McCann. McCann goes to the blue line, but fresh off the bench and a nice stick lift by Michael Russo. So fresh bodies all around as Farmingdale will change it up, as will the Red Foxes. Right back in the offensive zone we go, in front and steered aside off the stick of Ciani. Maricchio battling with Barone down low. Now it's a 4-man scrum. We got Jack Casey down low as well as Ciani. Ciani's got to watch that push. He winds up getting it. Ciani shimmies his way past one as he had a bullseye on his head. He got away with a penalty there as Ciani threw a right hand to the back of the head of Casey. Can't keep it, and another odd man rush, and this one goes under the blade of Maricchio. Can he recover? Maricchio in front, too high, too hard on the pass to Ciani. So that's the second time. The first one wound up being a goal for Farmingdale, that a defender for Marist could not eat the puck at the blue line in front of their own bench, and it resulted in a 2-on-1 the other way. You got Brennan down low, the defenseman for Farmingdale, as the Rams go for a full sail change. Kravitz will eat it at the blue line, throw it back towards the net. Knocked away by Schauder. Nice pinch by Kravitz, right back down low it goes. That puck's in the skates right now. McCormick, he's battling with Minio, and now it's Minio and Casey behind the net. Kehoe now trying to exit. It's the 3rd time the charm it is, but again, the puck's getting out for Marist, but it's going right to the red line or just outside the blue. Farmingdale's regrouping and coming right back in, and as I speak of it, they do it again. This time Minio with the step, with some space, backhand pass in front, and chopped all the way down by the Red Foxes. Icing waved off as that one will die out. No one there for Immel. Icing waved off. Duffy on the forecheck. Minio helping out Murray on the blue line. Minio trying to get to it, and it was steered aside. Still all Farmingdale in the offensive zone. Murray, the defenseman, down low with Duffy. Minio helps out Duffy. Minio in front off the backhand stick of Rotan, and Farmingdale still going to work as Duffy hit the back of the net. Second time Duffy has hit the wrong back of the net. Block shot, and maybe a counter now for Marist. Trying to find a pass down low, broken up by Farmingdale. So just as quickly as that started, it was broken up as Stoneman tried to find a man down low. Farmingdale on the counter as Bohm whiffed on it. Stoneman, all he could do was just throw it in deep as he was surrounded by white jerseys. Stoneman gets it, puck back, thrown in front, nobody home, pinching from the blue line, thrown in front by himself, and not able to get a shot off was Cetera, and it'll be a penalty against Farmingdale. Jesse Burns for tripping. As Chris Cetera was left untouched in front, but DeCanio stood up to the challenge. Had a penalty-filled game so far, and we're not even halfway through the second. .27 on Marist, coughs it up to 27 on Farmingdale, and it's the 27 on Farmingdale that gets the clear. Braden Keel likes to do it himself from behind the net into the offensive zone. Hit the stick of Kravitz. Cycling down low, no one there but the tree himself, Brennan, and he'll send it down. It'll be Hughes on the chase. He got the game started with the shorthanded goal. Hickman trying to get away from McCann. Offensive zone ice he goes. He'll bank it off the end boards. And picking it up will be Jack Casey. Casey looks at the blue line, finds Faherty. Kyle Faherty fans on it. Goes D to D Barone. Back across, and a stop by DeCanio. Good puck movement there by Marist. Best look of the period. Not enough to beat Joseph DeCanio in goal. Joseph DeCanio, one of the two-headed monster, you can even say three-headed monster of Farmingdale's goaltending tandem. And DeCanio, you have Jake Temkin as well. Temkin will get the start this Sunday when Farmingdale's home against Quinnipiac. And you also have Kyle Marciona as well, who could easily be a starter. Good puck movement here by Marist, blocked by McCann and not able to get the clear. McCann trying to power his way off the boards. He does, meets a hit for his troubles, but gets the puck out. A little shoving after the fact, but for now, no harm, no foul. And another clear by Farmingdale, aggressively so on the save is Schauder. 4 seconds and 3, and that will do it for the power play for Marist. 5 on 5 we go. Icing waved off. It'll be Riley McGregor. Heads up there as that one almost went out of play. No icing here on this side, as once again we'll truck on through. McCann still out there for Farmingdale. He'll pick up off the turnover. McCann trying to do it himself. He's got space, goes 5-hole, and he scores! John McCann can indeed do it himself as it's 4-0 Farmingdale. The captain McCann on a long shift that included a penalty-killing block shot. He took a hit to make a play, and he winds up putting Farmingdale now up 4. That one hit the side of the net, so it will be an icing. McCann will pick up his first goal of the year, his third point. John McCann, another one of the top 3 goal point producer for Farmingdale last season. Now that one gloved down in front, rebound loose, kick to the side, a little scrum in front. So far we're getting nothing out of it, and Siani was tangled up with Satera. Icing arm up, let's see if it stays up, it will not, as taking a spill there was Kehoe. Both teams chopping at it. Eaten up at the blue line by Burns. Burns on goal, gloved away by Schauder. Farmingdale has been the stronger team this second period. Marist had that solid shift I mentioned before with John Matriano and Declan Gannon, 2 standouts from that shift. But despite that, it wound up going the other way, 2-on-1 and a goal for Farmingdale. Other than that, it's been all Rams spending an awful amount of time in the offensive zone. Might have numbers now. It's Barone, tough angled shot, eaten up by DeCanio. And this period, it's been the story of failed breakouts for Marist. They have not been able to execute clean breakouts, tape-to-tape passes, a group of 3, a unit coming out together. It's just been banking off the boards hard enough, hit the glass and out, and hopefully it gets out. And whenever it does, it's back to what I said before, it's just getting to the red line, Farmingdale D regroups, and then back in they come. In the feet of Minio there. As he'll peel off, find Duffy. Duffy looking down low, could not link up with Immel. Immel, nice play on the boards to eat it. Minio trying to fire it, hounded from behind, still with it, will fire it, and he missed wide of the blocker. Strong play by Minio to stay with it as Immel deflected it off the side of the cage. And this is what Marist doing, just throwing up the boards, and the defensive core for Farmingdale is just eating it. Duffy wraparound, stuffed with the blocker, back to the blue line, off and over the stick of Brennan. Farmingdale got a wake-up call. They went into that game against Fordham, scored in the first 10 seconds, went up 1-0, and thought it was smooth sailing, wound up losing 4-3 to a team that lost to Farmingdale's Division II team. So that's not going to open your eyes. I don't know what is. And they've so far put forth a solid effort, a strong effort, as DeCanio will get the whistle. And with 6:42 left in the second, it's all Rams up 4-0. Face-off infraction, so it's probably a false start, so we'll do it again. John Heaney at the dot out of Bronx, New York for the Red Foxes. He wins it back. Helping him out will be Matriano. As around the net that goes, first on it will be John Heaney. Trying to go back in front of Matriano was Declan Gannon. This has been their best line so far. Countering right now is Farmingdale. Thrown on goal, tough angled is Hughes, excuse me. Icing arm up. Will this have the life to it? It will. This line of Heaney, they went for a chain, I believe. So they have a fresh group out now, but You still have Matt Triano out right now. Gannon as well. Heaney on the dot. So this 3 group right now for Marist, they've been solid this period, but that's all they're getting right now. Once again, Farmingdale in the offensive zone. Kicked away, rebound loose, smothered away by Schauder as Marist will able to get a fresh group out there. Red Fox is not able to keep up right now with the forecheck of Farmingdale. And whenever they do gain the offensive zone, it seems to be just one and dones for the most part. Just under 6 left in the second. Farmingdale has doubled their lead, entered up 2-0. Now sit at 4. Thanks to the first collegiate goal by Dylan Smith and the first goal of the year for Captain John McCann. Kravitz eats it on the boards, and that's what's been happening. Marist up the boards, and it comes right back to them. That one bounces out, and like I mentioned before, whenever it does get out, it's just what we're seeing right now. Farmingdale regrouping. Aaron passed there, so I'll hold that thought. Good recovery by Bohm. Not able to keep it was McCormick. Back the other way, Hughes. Hughes, backhand shot, sticked away, rebound on the wrap, trying to stuff it is Bohm. Shouldered aside and gloved by Schauder. Schauder in his first game of the year right now, getting his work in, as Anthony Russo, the goaltender out of Bethpage, New York, has played in all the games except for this one. He gets the night off on the travel day, as Marist traveled today and got in close to puck drop, a little bit after 8. So the bus legs, you could say, are a factor in the opening period as they went down 2 and another save and cover up by Schauder. McCann wins it to himself off the draw, just out of the reach of Sippos, as he has to go track it down with the man in Elliott Berg on him. Long flip the other way, works out. Signoretti with a man going to the net. Good lunge with the long stick there by Nolan Faherty. Elliott Berg again trying to dance around Rotan. Rotan helped out by his D partner Sippos. Berg in front, trying to get it on the backhand. Was Hickman, and we have a penalty on the play. I think it's going to come from behind the play. It's going to be a hook against Farmingdale. So they're going to get Hawkins. So once again, Marist will go on the man advantage. Penalties aplenty in this one. Similar story to the first time these two teams met. And if you need to get back in this game, if you're the Red Foxes, it's right now on the man advantage. You got to convert. Patted aside by DeCanio. Picked up again by Kyle Faherty. Faherty gets it right back from Stoneman. Stoneman walks out trying to go in front. Gets it right back. Fires. And over the bar it goes. And once again, it'll be Kyle Faherty. Faherty. Cross ice. Butchick back to Faherty. Stoneman down low, trying to go across, glove down. And picked up again. So a lot of puck movement there. Some attempts to go to the net, but not many clean shooting lanes for Marist there. They had one right off the face-off as Kyle Faherty had a good look with only one body in front of him, and that body was right on top of the crease. Elected to keep it on the ice, and it was sticked away by DeCanio. Face-off one, Marist right off the draw. Sliding block there by Dylan Smith. Barone will wait patiently. We'll switch off with Hoang. Blocker side to Canio. Farmingdale trying to clear, can't, but it gets a friendly bounce, and it's Hughes again. Good recovery by Jonathan Hoang there to prevent a break the opposite direction. Jack Casey now from his own end trying to dance around. Brennan almost did, lost the puck as Kravitz will send it down. Hoang now. From his end to the offensive zone, stickless Farmingdale as Dylan Smith has no stick, so it's basically 5 on 3.5 right now. Let's see if they can take advantage with about 10 seconds left on the power play. Hughes intercepts, sends it all the way down, so Brandon Hughes helps out his teammate there, and that will do it for the Marist power play. Farmingdale almost caught again with too many men, but no harm, no foul. Siani in a foot race with Braden Kehoe. Kehoe trying to get around O'Donnell. Helped out, but that one goes right into the Farmingdale bench, and it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Rams. 2:12 left in the second. It's all Rams, up 4-0, thanks to 2 second period goals by the captain, John McCann, and the freshman, Dylan Smith. Good forecheck by Marist to disrupt the breakout, and they're still on it. Nobody home in front. As it'll be Laricchio. Laricchio, tough angled shot, hit a stick, goes all the way around. Pitching in from the blue line and keeping it is Farmingdale. Siani will scoop up. As that was Robert Sipos. Did a good job of keeping it in a little bit longer. Siani will do it himself from his own end. Trying to power his way down the far side. Zach Taylor now. Meets a hit for his troubles. Goes cross ice towards Tyler Stoneman. Stoneman, no pass turnaround. Had a man, could not find him. Stoneman again trying to go back in front. As that was Chris Cetera just out of his reach on the forehand. Had a glorious look on goal. Siani will scoop it up. Can he have a step here? Big size advantage for Marist here as it's Siani coming out with it. Backhand pass in front. Laricchio tries to stuff, but couldn't get past the blocker. To the point it goes. Wines, fires by Burns off a leg and out of the zone. You got 30 left in this period. Marist let up a late first period goal. It was 1-0 pretty much the whole first. And then it was Luciano Signoretti on the deflection with just under a minute left. That's a tough pill to swallow going into intermission, letting up a late one. Mini up the middle, no one home. Icing waved off. It's a foot race now as Schauder has to play it. 5 seconds and 4. Let's see if Farmingdale gets a shot here. Minio can't pick it up. Whack at it and miss, and that will do it for the second. So after 40 minutes, it's all Farmingdale. Up 2-0 after one. A strong showing in the second, and they'll skate up now up 4-0 going into the final frame. Once again, you're watching live on the LI Sports Network. 4-0 Farmingdale State College in their home opener against Marist College. We'll be right back with the third period puck drop. Welcome back, everyone, to the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. You're watching live on the LI Sports Network. My name is Jordan DeLuciano, and we're getting puck drop here. Third and final period underway. Farmingdale up 4-0 against Marist as the shot goes directly out of play right off the bat. Music is still playing. As they get a new puck, they got to shut the, make sure the music's off. Farmingdale took a little too long to come out of the locker room as Marist was waiting around, the refs were waiting around, could have had to delay a game penalty. So right as they came out, no conversation at the bench, right to the faceoff. Farmingdale so far to this point, 2 very strong, consistent periods. Got to stay out of the box, that goes without saying with Farmingdale. But other than that, it's been a strong game as Marist looks to get on the board as Jack Casey fired that one right over the bar. Marist in the second period, difficult time getting out of their zone cleanly. It was just off the glass and the puck getting out of it on its own. As they were not able to string any consistent clean breakouts as a group. Just like I said, hoping to bank it off the glass and the puck do the rest. Kravitz with a lot of space, and he shot it wide. Brennan towards the net, off the end boards. Kravitz there again with McCann covering for him. Kravitz, one-timing shot by Hawkins, and he fanned on it. And this top line going back to work for Farmingdale. Sliding block there by Casey. As that one's out of play. So Farmingdale will get another offensive zone draw. Another thing they've been strong on tonight is that face-off dot. Farmingdale in their home opener has had the legs tonight. Shot right off the draw, turnaround attempt by, I believe, Ciani. Nice stop there by Schauder. Marist had a solid first period. Good showing considering, you pull up late on the bus. It's a road game. Going up against a team that beat you in your home building 6-2 a couple weeks ago. And then let up a crushing goal in the final minute of the opening period that gave Farmingdale a 2-0 lead, and the Rams never look back after that as they come up 3-on-2. Loricchio back in front off the glove of Schauder. Kravitz trying to steer his man to the outside, and Hickman, and he does. Loricchio goes to Kravitz. Kravitz playing a little bit of forward this period. Second time he's been up the ice. Right off the bench, good intercept by Burns, and he's going to do it himself. Jesse Burns trying to get some space, pass in front. O'Donnell steers it wide. The Farmingdale defense early on in this period getting active. First Kravitz, now Burns, and again it's Farmingdale. Loricchio shot blocked, and McGregor will scoop up. McGregor, Loricchio in front, deflected wide by Ciani. Defense very strong on the boards as Schauder will cover that one up. And when you don't have your unit breaking out together with crisp passes in the defensive zone to break out, like I mentioned before for Marist, you got to rely on just going up the boards, up the glass, and getting that puck out of the zone. But when you have a Farmingdale defense that has been active on the boards and efficient so far in pinching, they're going to swallow up and eat those clearing attempts all the time like they've been doing early on just 3 minutes into this period. You saw it with Burns there and McGregor, and then just before with Kravitz and Brennan. It'll be Michael Russo. Russo finds a man firing and gloved by DeCanio. Farmingdale bench getting very lively right now for the defensive zone draw, which they win again. So to Marist's credit, at the face-off dot, they have been outperformed, but whenever they're losing those draws, and a big hit in the defensive zone by Sipos as he landed it flush, but he got the worst of it as he followed through and went face first into the glass as he went right off the ice. So he lays the clean hit there, but too much momentum going forward carried him face first into the glass. Duffy throws toward the net. Over the net it goes, and Kravitz will scoop up. Kravitz banks it off the end boards. Minio behind the cage. And it'll be Jack Casey with speed, disrupted by Kravitz. It's going to be a penalty, though, for interference, as he went a little bit too out of his way there to get in front of the speed of Casey. Marist, once again, will go to the man advantage. Last time, it was late in the second. They had a quick look, and that was Kyle Faraday, who's out there again. It was sticked aside by DeCanio, but other than that, they could not find the open shooting lanes that they originally had with Faraday. They win the draw. It'll be Kehoe trying to get it in his feet, dangerously so, but did a good job of keeping it in front of him as he'll scoop up. Kehoe, tough angled shot, and he scores! Braden Kehoe does it himself and gets the Red Foxes on the board. It's 4-1, a power play goal. That play started right before the replay cut in when Kehoe got past two Farmingdale defenders to prevent a 2-on-0 and slipped it 5-hole past DeCanio. So some life, a power play goal for the Red Foxes. Just what they needed early on in the third to try to chip away at this Rams lead. Big reverse hit by Murray as Murray puts down James Hickman. Ryan Murray, a guy not known for his big hits, as he got all of that one there. Hughes looking for a one-timing shot, broken stick behind the play of James Hickman. And the puck will come right towards Jesse Burns. It'll be the recent goal scorer, Kehoe, the assistant captain. Not able to get that one cleanly was Tyler Stoneman. Kyle Faraday up the near side boards, no one home. Foot race, icing waved off, we play on through. Off the boards, backhand pass goes all the way around. Big scrum right now. Puck's not leaving that Farmingdale bench. Big hit by the Rams, and another penalty coming up against the Rams. So he might have felt that one coming as the intensity was picking up right in front of Farmingdale's bench. And right as the puck got away from the bench is when Farmingdale will go to the box. It'll be Dylan Smith to sit, and now the door is opening even more for the Red Foxes. Coming off a power play goal just moments ago by Braden Kehoe, and they'll look to do it again. Kehoe picked up his second goal of the year just before and tied for the team lead with 3 points. So Smith will sit for 2 on the roughing call. As McCann's going to try to pin it. McCann has that most recent goal for Farmingdale as it came right off a penalty kill. He blocked the shot, got the puck cleared, 5-on-5, and then he scored 5-hole. As he's eating this one up right now, just chewing away at that power play time. But now Marist looks to counter with Michael Russo by himself, hounded from behind, as this one will be delayed offsides and sent all the way down. Just under a minute on the man advantage. Trying to dance out of the corner is Barone, hounded by Rotan, and all the way down it goes. Hickman up the middle, Stoneman. There's nobody home behind him, and Farmingdale again will clear it, so not a pretty power play for Marist, unlike their most recent one. Farady's got to move. He's got a man right behind him. I believe that's O'Donnell. It is. As Stoneman will enter the zone, meets a hip check. Both men take a spill. Puck comes all the way around, and out it goes again, and that will virtually do it for the power play. Marist went 1 for 5 in the first meeting these two teams had a couple weeks ago in that Farmingdale 6-2 win. They got Laricchio, and they find him, but it just goes underneath his stick as they have a tiled Kyle Faraday out there right now for the Red Foxes. Laricchio cycles down Ciani, walks off the boards, walks in the slot, couldn't get a shot off Faraday, can't clear. He'll try again, as, like I mentioned, he's on a long shift right now, and he's going to have to stay out there. O'Donnell chasing Kehoe. Marist able to exit as both defensemen for Marist need to get off on a much-needed change, as that one was a glove save on the bench by Jake Temkin. His first save of the night. So 11:21 left in the final frame here. Farmingdale State College's opening night. Up 4-1 against Marist, looking to go 2-1 so far on the year. Marist 11:21 away from dropping to 1-3 overall. Talked about in the first. Marist has a 5-2 win this year against St. Thomas Aquinas. As Sean Bruno and James Hickman both had 2 goals each in their 5-2 win. Kyle Butchick wound up getting ejected early on in the first period. A game misconduct for interference, which was one of their 7 penalties. Anthony Russo got the win. But their 2 losses this year, the aforementioned 6-2 loss to Farmingdale and a 6-3 loss to Siena College. As Kehoe got a goal in that one, as did Bruno and Chris Cetera. Getting a skate there was John Heaney to keep it in the offensive zone, as Minio shifts his way out from behind the net. Minio still with it. He pushes forward. Minio throws it across the middle, trying to chop it down is Immel. As Minio takes a spill behind the net, we play on with Brennan on the boards. Brennan, long pass, finds Kravitz, looks on goal, fires, stick save by Schauder. Duffy intercepts the reverse pass, looking for Immel, broken up. Duffy swipes at it, and it'll be Kravitz again. Brennan fires, deflected, knocked down in front. Immel leads for Minio. To Brennan now. Brennan, space, fires again, knocked down a second time in a row by Immel. All Farmingdale. Duffy takes a hit, trying to spin off. Around the boards it goes. Brennan will eat it, can't keep it. And Kravitz will help up. Marist will get 4 off, about to make it 5 for a fresh change. Good forecheck here by Marist off the fresh line change. Jack Barone now can't keep it at the blue. Tries to keep it in front of him now. Good footwork, good stick work in front of the Farmingdale bench to maintain possession by the defenseman out of Holbrook, New York. Four-man scrum, a little bit of too much shoving, and this one's going to go against Marist. Brennan's got to step aside so it doesn't get an extra. So it will be a power play for Farmingdale, a cross-checking call against Michael Russo. You got to keep your stick down in those scrums. You got to keep your hands down, and Russo did the opposite on both. Hands came up, stick came up, and you're going to get called 9 times out of 10 on that one. McGregor can't eat it at the blue line, so they'll have to regroup. An aggressive Marist kill, and rightfully so right now. They're down 3 with under 10 left, and picking up in the offensive zone will be Chris Cetera. You gotta watch the interference there if you're Bohm, and there's a penalty here. Let's see who they got. It's against Marist. Their goalie went to the bench, but they were able to touch up in time. So it looked like Bohm almost got an interference, but it wound up being the man he was interfering with that took the penalty after the play separated. So it'll be Cetera to the box. So now Marist really shooting himself in the foot. So they were seconds away from Bohm taking an interference call, and it wound up going against Marist, because I believe he took down John McCann moments after that behind the net, as McCann, too strong on the faceoff, pushes it too far down. So Farmingdale with a golden opportunity to put this game away. It was the high stick on McCann behind the net on Cetera, right after he did a great job of forechecking and keeping that puck in deep. Second penalty in the row where Marist can't keep the stick down and winds up them sitting for 2. It'll be McCann, has a goal tonight. Finds Hawkins, walks in, fires, save made, rebound, and they score! It's a power play, 5-on-3 goal for Farmingdale and a 5-1 lead. Once again, it will be Luciano Signoretti, his 2nd of the game and his 5th of the year. See Signoretti's 2nd time tonight, he'll get a goal on the rebound for his 2nd of the night, but then after the whistle, after the handshakes down the line, I think we might be getting a bench minor on Farmingdale. Yeah, so Ethan Bohm will go to the box on Farmingdale. Too much talking after the fact. As this game was chippy in the first period, kind of died down in the second as we had a much quicker second period than the first, and things kind of now intensifying a little bit with the score getting a little bit out of reach as it's now getting late early for Marist. We will play 4-on-4 now for 1 minute and 3 seconds. And then after that, Marist will have a quick power play. But now Barone trying to get him back on the board. And he shot it wide. McCann will pick up his 2nd point of the night on the assist. Ethan Bohm, who sits in the box, will pick up his 2nd point of the night as well. 2 assists for Bohm. Sippos hounded right in front of his bench by Elliott Berg. Turnover neutral zone ice. Butchick, big collision at center. 2 men go down, and now Robert Sippos is the man slow to get up right now, holding his shin, but immediately back to his feet, so good sign there. As it looks like they're going to get both men here. They're going to get Sippos and they're going to get Butchick. So the penalties are now piling up as they have been all game, but now it's getting pushed to a different level here in the third, as Sippos is being checked out in the penalty box by the team doctor, but as they take his helmet off, they're going to check on his neck. Let's see what the announcements on the penalties are. Elbowing. Both men go into the box for elbowing, so both men threw their hands up. Same story with the other penalties against Marist. You got to keep the stick down, you got to keep the hands down. So Farmingdale, at one point, we thought was going to be down a man, 5-on-4 briefly. There's a turnover. Minio trying to do it alone here. That 5-on-4 power play for Marist got even shorter because of that penalty. Slap shot, stop, save by DeCanio. 5 seconds and 4. And that will do it for the even now briefer power play for Marist, as DeCanio swallows that one up. So we are finally, after all that, back to 5-on-5, but Robert Sippos as well as Kyle Butchick will have to wait the 2 minutes plus a stoppage in play to exit the box. Face off one. Barone shot off the leg of Dylan Smith. Hughes intercepts. Siani will try to pick it up, and he will. Siani with Hughes behind him. Will scoop up. Siani trying to stuff it, and a sprawling stop made by Schauder. Thrown on goal. Schauder again strong, and he gets the whistle. .547 left in this one. We sprinted through the second. We kind of stalled in the first, and we're going even slower now here in the third because of the penalties and the stoppages of play. Let's see if we can get through this 5:47 smoothly. As I say it, Siani and Declan Gannon get tangled up at the dot. Siani meets a big hit on the boards. Helped out in the high slot by Dylan Smith. To the point it goes. Kick saved by Burns to keep it in, but for how much longer as they battle right in front of the Marist bench. Barone spins, fires. Nobody home except for the stick of Dylan Smith. Back the other way underneath. Siani, as Siani throws a big body as offsides is Farmingdale. That was a close call. That puck looked like it was more onside than off. As now both men in, Butchick and Robert Sippos will exit the box. So no one in the box for now. I know everyone's been in there this period as well as the whole game, but for now, no one's in. A little bit of a makeshift line right now for Farmingdale as Chris DeAndrea will get in there with Eric Immel and Luciano Signoretti. That one goes off a stick into the Brian Trottier banner and out of play. You see all the banners around the rink of the retired Islanders numbers. This Northwell Health Ice Center is the New York Islanders practice arena. Just a couple of minutes away from their home arena, the Nassau Coliseum, or their former home arena. Now playing at the UBS Arena in Belmont. Murray stepping up, another body thrown on the boards. That's the second time Murray has put his shoulder into someone's chest. And once again, a guy not known for laying the big hits. That one not as big as his first one. Icing going to be waved off here as that puck dies down. It'll be scooped up now by Nolan Faherty. Throws a big body as he puts down Christopher DeAndrea. DeAndrea right back in the play. Looked to throw a hit of his own, but it was Chris Satera who got rid of it soon enough. Coming down to the dying minutes here. Farmingdale up 4, 5-1 right now. 2 goals in the first, 2 goals in the second. And 1 for either side here, as that's how we got to this. Luciano Signoretti with his 4th and 5th goals of the year this game. Both coming on rebounds in front. The first was a deflection that just popped over the goaltender of A.J. Schauder. And the second one was the 5-on-3 power play goal for the Rams. That lone strike this game. Braden Kehoe on the power play as well. He did a very good job of keeping the puck in at the blue line and trapped 2 Rams penalty killers behind him. Walked in, went 5-hole on Joseph DiCanio. At the time, it was a 4-1 game, but then the penalties kept adding up, as we have an offsides here. Penalties kept adding up. Marist kept sitting for 2, took back-to-back penalties, and wound up lining up that 5-on-3 goal. The war of the words continue here as we're going to have more penalties. Jason Brennan will go for Farmingdale and Elliot Berg for Marist. The refs are the shortest leash you could imagine in terms of the verbal exchanges, whether they're from the bench or from the ice. We will play 4-on-4 here. 2:58 left in the game. So both these men will sit for 2 minutes and the whistle. So just like before, they have to wait for 2 minutes and a stoppage of play to exit the box, I believe. But since they're putting the penalties on the clock, on the scoreboard, I'm assuming it's to the contrary, actually. So it would just be 2 minutes and then you're released, since the penalties are now on the scoreboard. So if we get a goal here, 4-on-4, we will continue playing 4-on-4. It's not like when you get the power play and the power play ends if you score on it. 4-on-4 play, we will continue until the 2 minutes run out. We got 1:48 left on it. 2:45 left in the game, so there'll be a little bit of time left before the final buzzer when those 2 men exit the box. Marist came into this game taking an awful lot of penalties, with the one exception being that first Farmingdale game. The other 2 games, which were against ACHA teams, they took 7 in both of them each. And this game, they're probably over 7 at this point. McCann finds Minio. Minio puts on the brakes hard, coughs it up, and with speed and possibly numbers the other way is Marist, but slow exit by Wild. Everyone's able to catch up. Good drop, wide open look, and he hit the post. As it was James Hickman got behind the defense. Braden Kehoe there, the lone goal scorer for Marist, as we'll take a look at this slow and methodical entry here by Marist. as their approach was slow. Farmingdale was caught sleeping there, as Hickman was left to his own devices. And second time tonight that they have hit some metal on that cage. First one came very early in the game. Marist almost took a 1-0 lead on, again, Farmingdale defense caught sleeping. Turnover in their own end, and they hit the crossbar. And that time they hit the far side post. One by Marist, a little change of direction there on DeCanio, but it hit the end boards. Casey trying to work his way from behind to the far. DeCanio takes a spill in the net. He's got no stick. He's got to get back up. Faherty winds, fires, deflected wide as DeCanio back up with his stick and toe. Moten able to slip that out. Dylan Smith will throw it towards the net. Marist wanted an offside. He's not going to get it. Under 20 left on the penalties to the two men in the box, and almost a minute left in this game. Declan Gannon had a nice move at the blue line, but it drawed a man offsides. As Elliot Berg and Jason Brennan, they've been in it's a 2-minute penalty, but they must feel like they're in the box for much longer than that with all these stoppages, offsides, and these goaltender freezes. Marist back on goal, and another whistle. So Brennan and Berg will have to wait even longer now, as there's 4 seconds left on their penalties and 1:02 left in the game. Marist really pushing here for their second of the game. Looking for that home run pass up the middle. DeAndrea went underneath his stick. So both men exit the box. Under a minute left in this one. Nice play. Immel, can he catch up to it? Immel behind the net, surrounded by red jerseys. It'll be Kravitz up the middle, nobody home. It'll be Braden Keogh. We'll go D to D to Jack Barone. And we'll just wait for the final seconds to tick away in this one. No icing there. Just about 20 seconds left. Farmingdale will be in action. They're off tomorrow. They're back Sunday night against Empire Conference rival in AAU college hockey, Quinnipiac. Farmingdale with this win will improve to 2-1 on the very, very young 2023 season, as Marist will fall to 1-3 overall. 2 seconds and 1, and that will do it. So Farmingdale State College, in their home opener for the second time this year, knock off the Marist College Red Foxes 5-1. Your lone Marist goal was Braden Keogh on the power play. And your 5 goals on the night, 2 of them by Luciano Signoretti, 1 by John McCann, and the other two first collegiate goals. First of them kicking off the game, Brandon Hughes, short-handed goal to make it 1-0, and then Dylan Smith, 2 men who get their first college hockey goal. So save the puck, save the date, save whatever you need to do, get them the puck. They're going to remember that one for a while. So for the last time tonight, Farmingdale State College in their home opener, 5-1 win against Marist College. We'll see you again Sunday night as Farmingdale State takes on Empire Conference rival in the AAU, Quinnipiac. Thanks for joining us. You've been watching live on the LI Sports Network from the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. Good night, everyone.